Hey guys, what's up? Bisectatron here from OneHive Gazette, here with the next live base build video, and it's good to have the time to get back and be able to do one of these. I am part of the base building crew in Genesis, so I have some responsibilities there to help people out, give feedback and stuff. And so I am slacking a little bit on that, but I'm also gonna kind of get my act together back with that. But I'm also trying to be fair to you guys and keep some of these videos coming because I think these not only help my viewers, my subscribers, but they're also a place where clanmates can go and kind of see how I build the base live. Because if you teach, or if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for his lifetime. So that's kind of how this base building series works. If I can teach you guys kind of how to go about building a base, maybe it can help you guys start building your own bases instead of going on the forums or copying a YouTube base or something. So anyway, trying out a little bit of a new base today. We'll go ahead and see how it works out. Got my water bottle. Could be a long video. They tend to be somewhat long, but is what it is. Let's see if we can crank this thing out. So this is a bit of an interesting design I've been playing around with lately. It's kind of like it has a bunch of like these skinny little sections that go perpendicular to each other. You'll see what I mean in a minute as I start to build this. But I think it's pretty solid against Valks. It can be susceptible to other attack strategies, but at this point at Town Hall 9, that's pretty much what you're working with, is trying to defend against Valks first. And if they can 3-star you with, Go La Lune, it happens. You can't defend against everything. By the way, this is a Town Hall 9 base build. So I'm going to put all the Town Hall 9 stuff down first. And then for you 9.5s who want to see the new traps and some defenses put down, you'll see that as well. But ignore if my stuff if it's a little bit higher level than what Town Hall 9 is. That's just going to have to be how it is. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll start with the Town Hall 9 base, like I said. I'm going to put down the queen up here. You can kind of see the compartment start to take form. I'm going to go ahead and fill this in with the typical queen structure around here to help protect her. Fill in these walls up here. Is there enough space? Yeah. I want to have enough space for a typical 3x3 building to fit there to help protect her. But right here, she's pretty snug. Let's go ahead and move this out one more just to make sure that she doesn't get queen walked. She's not going to aggro anything. Yeah, she looks pretty snug in there, so that's good. And then from here, one thing I've learned is that sometimes filling in the compartments first is better, so you can see how your walls are going to fill out, and then from there you can adjust them, move them around. If you have extra walls, decide where you want to put those guys. That can help sometimes if you struggle to build a base. This can be a good way to do it. So anyway, you can see I'm just filling in these little long rectangles, with these big long rectangles, I should say, about 4 to 5 spaces wide, and just working my way around here. Oops, let's get that back. Put one here, out like this, have it be a little bit bigger than the others as far as width goes, and then we'll have it go down like that. I can fit one more, which is perfect. That's all I need. Start there, and just have it be a little bit of a something like this. Do I have enough space? I might not. Gonna have to cut this a little short here, I guess. Fill it in like that. Okay, I got one extra wall to work with, but as far as this goes, I think it's pretty solid. Let's see where an air defense can. Yeah, an air defense can't quite sneak back there. I guess I could throw these walls back a little bit. Actually, I can save a wall too by ending this compartment a little earlier, and then let's have this go like that, just so I can now fit an air defense here without it being queen walked. Still, at Town Hall 9, you want to make sure those air defenses can't get queen walked. Obviously, it's not as important maybe, but it's still a good idea to do. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these air defenses down. We'll put one right there, and then we're going to have the other two. We'll go one there, like that, and then we'll throw the last one up top here. Perfect. We can actually move this over a little bit. Right, like, is that good? Yeah, we'll call it good there. Have the air defenses down. Just ignore the ones that have been maxed out. Probably kind of stupid to max out my air defenses. I don't really know why I did that. Because at this point, we're not seeing a whole lot of air attacks being used. As far as my expos go, I'll keep them on ground for now. I might switch it, I might not, I'm not sure. And for this base, I'm going to try out 5 single bombs. We'll see how that works. So I'm going to obviously have potential double giant bomb spots, but in reality, they're all going to be 5 single spots. So let's start filling in some expos. Let's get that going there. Yeah, it's pretty good. Actually, I want to make sure the expo's not queen walked. That's important to me. Okay, let's put like an archer tower there. Yeah, we can go like that. All right, that's another possible double giant bomb spot. Just kind of working my way around the base. And then we'll go ahead and throw a defense here. And put like another archer tower out here. Okay, so it's starting to fill in with defenses. As you can see here, the CC range is pretty solid on this base. Just no easy lure really that I'm going to see taking place. I like putting the town hall, as you guys might know, right here. Just a little bit of a buffer between the queen and the actual base itself. And then fill in some trash there. We can go ahead and throw this out there. We'll put an archer tower here. And then we're going to need one up here just to make sure there's no sneaky funnels or anything. Fill in a few more buildings. We can put a mortar here. Let's do another storage. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and do another storage for now. Okay, so the queen area looks pretty good. Start looking back down south again. We want to have, keeping in mind 5 single bombs, which actually is a little bit harder than you guys might think. And let me just check how many walls. Okay, I have 2 walls left. What I'm going to do here is actually expand this out 1. And what this is going to allow me to do is put a mortar here and then put the mortar there actually, and then put the giant bomb here. So, and okay, this is an important thing to talk about for a second. There's only 1 defense here in the way, and for a while I thought that's not a good idea because they can come in, they can, take out 1 defense and trigger the giant bomb, and actually right here maybe even get the sea sealer. So actually I'll take away the sea sealer, maybe make them go to the archer tower or something. But my point I'm making is that better have them trigger the giant bomb earlier than later, because right now in the game you're seeing Valks be a huge part of the attack and taking out almost the entire base along with the queen walk, and hogs are just taking out a few surgical defenses. So it better the hogs hit the giant bomb. I'm actually going to move this back. Better the hogs hit the giant bomb earlier rather than later, because if it's 2-3 defenses into the base, the hogs might not even hit it. The Valks might take that out. So for me, I like having the giant bombs hit the hogs. I mean, obviously you can try to have them try to take out the Valks, but as long as the Valks are under heal, the giant bombs aren't going to do much. So, and there is the possibility the golem will explode on top of the giant bomb, and that combined can take out Valks. But this is getting really qualified. I mean, it would take so many things to happen at once. So the point is, yeah, on a cleanup attack, they can maybe drop in 3 hogs and get your giant bomb triggered, but that should be the least of your worries. First attack should be the first priority, so I would put those giant bombs pretty exposed. I'm going to probably throw another one in this area with a few more defenses. I want to keep the possible double giant bomb spot between these 2 alive. That's kind of my priority, so I will go ahead and throw probably a wizard tower over there, actually. A wizard tower and an archer tower with that giant bomb in between. That looks great. We need a little bit of a buffer area here, so we'll just throw down a storage. And then as far as where I want the king to go, he could go in a number of places. I don't want to put him too close to the core. I don't want him to get taken out by Valks too easily. So I'm going to throw him off to the side over here, and maybe I'll put the skellies over there as well. Okay, that's good. Let's see. My queen's probably going to go, or not my queen, my dark elixir storage is going to go, to help protect the queen a little better, let's go ahead and throw it in here, just to add a little more HP, prevent against a queen walk if I can. Okay, that's good. We'll throw the air sweeper right here, have it pointing down and out. We can throw the other air sweeper right here and have it pointing that direction's great. Alright, 2 of the giant bombs down. I'm actually going to throw 1 here because this is a tricky split place. People might try to use hogs if they get your queen from the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a giant bomb there. And keep in mind I only have one left, so I might have this area have some Teslas and keep my giant bombs a little towards the other side, but still want to keep them spread out for the most part. I think I'll just throw one right here if I can. I don't think I can even fit one though. We'll see how this works out. I'll just keep it out here for now. Okay, I'll probably have a wizard tower there, and let's do a wizard tower combo right here. Have like one here, one here. Make it a little bit tricky. And actually what we can do is if we put this one back here, we can have all these little small bombs just to kind of add up the splash damage. See if we can get some extra damage going on some hogs or something that comes in. So I'll just throw the bombs in there. And then I guess that just means we have to have a builder's. Where's the builder's hut? Just throw one right there. Okay, perfect. From here, let's put an archer tower back. Start to move this compartment back a little bit, actually. I want to keep that archer tower out of queen walk range. Just in case, why not? Can't hurt. Okay, good. That archer tower is back. We'll throw the cannon in here. And what we can actually do is have a little mini potential double giant bomb spot going. Right like that, I guess. So just another layer on this base of possibility. And I think pretty much everything's been filled in except that little area right up there. Keeping in mind that I don't want to use the new defenses or anything. And yeah, why not? Let's put the mortar in here. Can't hurt. Kind of decentralize some of that point defense. Actually, let's have some dead space because I want to keep that double giant bomb spot alive. The mortar's not that important, and I don't get why these walls tend to like get weird on me. Whatever. So yeah, let's get rid of this mortar. Let's put a trash building here instead, and this mortar can go somewhere else. But more importantly, this next giant bomb, where do I want to put it? I think, I mean, there's a few possibilities, but I'm thinking just throw it down right here, and I guess that's my fifth, so I'll pick up my fourth. Okay, that's good. Giant bombs pretty spread out, favoring the left side for sure, but that could throw off the attacker. And then as far as where I want my Teslas to go, I usually say have a troll Tesla. Assuming this is a Town Hall 9 base, I'm going to stay true to that and throw one in the bottom corner this time just because there's a lot of room there. So they're probably not going to drop any troops out there. As far as the rest of them go, I like the idea of having a little Tesla farm in this area. So keeping them separated by walls quite a bit. You know, having one on this side, a few on this side. Trying to make it difficult for Valks if they come through. Just making it so that they can't, get the entire Tesla farm. And I could even actually go a step further. This might be best. And put one in this compartment. So they're definitely on this side of the base, but because they're in all these different compartments, it could make it potentially a little bit trickier for Valks. Let's move this out just to help it against the lure. Okay, that's good. And yeah. Okay. There could be some kind of... Do I still have that mortar or did I put it down? No, I still have the... Oh, I still have an expo. Okay, I'm stupid. I don't do that in a real attack. Know where you if you have that expo, because it's definitely important. Let's see where I want to put it now. I'm kind of in a weird position because I thought I had it, but I didn't. What we can actually do on this base, and this is a little bit of a tricky thing to do, but keep selecting walls. This the base edit mode, I don't know, let me guys know if you agree, but yep, now it's frozen on me. Okay. Great. Yeah, it's frozen. And I can't hit finish later, even though it's not an active layout. I've had this glitch happen where, and I think if I just... Okay, I'm back, guys. I had to actually end the recording right there because as you saw, the thing started glitching out on me. It does this weird thing where it the walls start moving around by accident, and then from there I can't do, the screen kind of freezes up on me. So I can show you guys, this is like 30 seconds after I ended the last recording. So I didn't like secretly plan this to try to, look at a layout or something. So anyway, right back here with the live base build, and just gonna finish where I left off. I just was messing around with like a wall in here. So like I said, I have this expo I have to get rid of, and everything's kind of back nice and ordered for me, which is nice because I just went back into the base edit. Luckily, when this glitch happens, if you just close the app, it will save your base when you go back to the edit screen for that specific slot. So deciding where to put this expo, I kind of should have planned ahead. The thing I might have been talking about, I think I was starting to talk about this, is having two expos on the same side, because that really weakens a queen walk, and especially because a lot of my damage is on the right side of the base. What this does is it allows, because typically where the point defense is weak, that's where you're going to see people use a queen walk. But if you have your two expos on that side of the base, that can kind of really make it a lot harder to do a queen walk. So it kind of makes the entire base tricky because there's a lot of point defense on the other side. So going off that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out one and just throw another cannon into this compartment. So really load it up with point defense, and then I guess I'll have to put a builder's hut right there if I want to keep that giant bomb spot, which I kind of do. So builder's hut right there. We just move it over one, why not? And then I have this little storage to play around with where I want it. But anyway, I think we're ready for traps at this point. Obviously have the new defenses and stuff, which I'm not going to use. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started with the new traps, or the regular traps. Spring traps first. Yeah, these little things, they keep popping out. I guess it's my finger or something. But spring traps first. Want to do it favoring this side of the base because the other side has the giant bombs, let's remember. So that's something to think about is don't want your spring traps next to your giant bombs because those are two different things. You don't want them to be negated by the same kill squad or the same queen walk. Sorry about that. Okay, where are we? Yeah, so 3 spring traps down. I might want to put one up here even. Actually, no. I'll go ahead. Remember, I want to keep them on the outside of the base mainly. So what we can actually do is move one of these little bombs and throw another one in here. Keeping them on the outside of the base because hogs are not going to be coming in that deep, especially with how powerful Valks are. You're mainly just going to see hogs kind of used on these outer few defenses. So what we can do is check this for a second. I might want to move this in one, and then from there I can put a little spring trap down there. That's good. And then have one more. Already kind of have the right side of the base taken care of for the most part. I'm thinking up top, but there's not really a good place up here to put spring traps that it goes that deep. So what I'll do is I'll really just have that sink down one. Yeah, I can do that. It's fine. And then just kind of load up on spring traps in this area. So if they use hogs from the south, actually no, because there's the double giant bomb spots there. There's going to be a kill squad there most likely. I really want to use this where I think they're going to think there's not a double giant bomb spot. If I can really get this to be up top here somehow. See, I have one wall compartment left. I can actually sink this in one. That air defense might be reachable, but yeah, it's kind of the least of my worries at this point. It'll be hard to queen walk that area anyway. And I'm going to throw this one on ground and or on ground and air, and then keep this one on ground only. I think that's fair. Just have that one like that to get any air troops or anything. And then move all of this out one like that. Throw this up one, and then okay, perfect, yeah. And then have the spring trap. All right, that looks good. Let's go ahead and fill in the few more traps that we have actually. So 4 of each of these air traps. What I like to do, and I've been doing this a lot lately, is just putting one on each air defense. Some people like to kind of guess which ones are going to be hit, and I think you can do that. And actually, I like to put, I guess I should say 3 on each of these or 1 on each of the 3 air defenses, then 1 up here by the queen in case some kind of dragon attack comes up here. And because I don't think a lava hound will ever go there, just because it's in the middle of the base, they'll probably try to push in with some kind of big kill squad, then use the lava hounds on the more outer ones, is my suspicion. Could be wrong, obviously. And then want to kind of capitalize on the wizard towers I already have. So I can throw 2 out here, 1 in each direction, so it's going to be hard for a lava hound to get both of these unless it comes at like a perfect angle. And then we'll go ahead and just do the... Yeah, I'll save myself any up top. I don't think there's much of a point. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I could see balloons being used on the backside of this base. So I'll throw 1 there, then just put 1 by this wizard tower right here. Okay, that's good. And then just for the skelly traps, I have a few different options, but I think I'm actually going to go back to the left side of the base to use these and kind of put them over by this archer tower. Actually, I'm going to put a few here. We have 3 of them, I think, at Town Hall 9. So I'm going to put a few here to try to pop out, help out, finish some hogs off. I'll just kind of have them sprinkled along this area. I want to keep them together somewhat because they're powerful in numbers, but I want to have them spread out enough that they can activate from different parts of the base. So that looks good. Kind of help finish off some hogs that get hit by giant bombs. From here, just going to fill in the base, really. I'm going to throw some more HP up here to help out the queen area, and then just kind of start filling in buildings from there. Go a little bit quick because this part really doesn't matter, but I want to get the base finished, and then the last thing I'll do is add the few extra stuff for 9.5. Talk just for a tiny bit about that, but already been kind of a long video and I'm a little tired. So we'll move right along. Throwing down these army camps on places where they're not going to be easily broken for a queen walk, so I'll just put 2 next to each other there, and then 2 next to each other here. They're not really on corners, so the queen walk's not going to be broken on them. Because they're so big, people like to start their queen walk there. So what you can do is put them right on, like, in the middle of a side of the base, and that prevents people from just cutting them right there and starting their queen walk and being able to easily funnel their queen in one direction. Okay, gonna go ahead and fill in the rest of this stuff right here. Just right like this. Get these barracks down and finish this off around the base like this. Okay, cool. Yeah, just a few more. I actually have quite a bit more than I thought I would. And I still have these 2 over here, so I can make it a little bit more trash around the base. And I actually have a few storages too. Alright, this time I got a phone call, so back once again, just shortly after the last clip. Finishing off this base finally, assuming there's no more interruptions. Just had to get a little bit more trash down. I'm really not going to bother where I put it too much. Obviously there's some strategic places to put trash, and that it doesn't have a huge impact, but it can affect your attack. So anyway, just going to put these last few things down, and okay, decorations, we'll forget about that. So now here's the part with the 9.5, and I'm going to continue the trend of all single bombs. Where I would put my 5th for this 9.5 base is probably just kind of keep the theme of spreading them out. So what I'd probably try to do here is, I don't know if I can with this setup right now, but I'd want to put it by this archer tower. That's a little bit tricky because there's not any room right there. So what I could do, I guess, is I might have to move some things around, but I'd probably try to steal a wall from somewhere, maybe like right here. Take this wall. Actually, I got 2 from that. That's cool. And move that up, move that, and voila. I don't know, just put that random wall there. But I'd move that out. I'd find a new place for the spring trap, fill in the 5th giant bomb, and then I could just put the spring trap, wherever. I could just put it right here, I guess. Not the best spot, but I guess you could find a better one. But I want to keep these 5 giant bombs spread out. That really makes it hard for a Town Hall 9 attacker because they have so much to deal with. For a Town Hall 10 attacker, it's not that hard, but then again, if you're getting hit by a Town Hall 10 with a 9.5 base, that's pretty much just the, besides the Teslas and like 2 of the air defenses, pretty much a Town Hall 9 base. It's going to be tough. I do have the, what happened to my 5th black bomb. Where'd that go? Yeah, okay, got put back here. I'd probably just double up on one of these. Maybe let's do this air defense. Just kind of have to take a guess where a lava hound might come. Not really even a huge deal though, because we're not seeing air attacks that much, but it can happen, so gotta be ready. I think I've been hit by an air attack, especially if you have an expo on ground. That makes people want to do it, which is fine because it's not always consistent, and sometimes it's better to have someone try to take a risk on your base with that kind of attack strategy, which isn't quite as consistent or as powerful as Valk's at this point in the game. Okay, these last few defenses, for these, typically what I do is put them outside, kind of like mortars, how some people put mortars on the outside, just to kind of mess up golems or something. Because when they're outside the base, they attract the golem. The attacker has to keep that into consideration until they're within like 1 or 2 levels of your regular stuff. So this one, that archer tower is, let's see, can I see what level? I have to go all the way over here again. The archer tower is level 6. This is level 11, so obviously still have a ways to go. And cannon, the same deal. So maybe put the cannon. I already kind of have some spread out, but I might replace the mortar with the cannon and then find a better spot for the mortar. Like, I don't know. This is kind of a random spot, but you guys get the idea. Throw it out here. Use those new defenses as a way to kind of get the golems if they're being used to try to move them in a way you don't want them to go. Maybe pull them into a high damage zone, like right here where there's a few point defense. Kind of suck them into your base, move them around, do your best there. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Not a huge difference between Town Hall 9 and 9.5, obviously, until you start to get some of the newer stuff. And I guess I'll just throw this one here. Same principle, try to keep these spread out next to the wizard tower. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bit of a long video, but fun series to do when I can. And you should see this series not quite as often as some of the other ones, but every once in a while I'll try to do a base build. And when I get to Town Hall 10 with the actual Inferno towers, once those go down, you might see some actual Town Hall 10 base builds. But until then, just the 9.5 variety. Probably no Town Hall 8 action. Just not worth it. Really, I don't have a Town Hall 8 account either. My other one's a 9 at this point. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bisectatron out.